Frank up on a motherfucking beat.
Well, hello, and welcome to the My Curvy Life Show with none other than your girl, Miss Fonda, coming to you on this lovely evening. I want to first say happy 2026, everybody. Yes, the new year is here. Can you believe that? It seemed like it just creeped up on us, kind of, but then it went pretty fast, too. So, but we here, y'all. Thank God we made it another year. Happy 2026 to everybody. I also bring you greetings from my co-hosts, Miss Latanya and Lasagna Jones. You know, they are always loving on you from our social media arena with our My Curvy Life group page and also the Accountability Network and YouTube channel. They show love always, and I want to thank them for all that they do. So, it's a new year, guys. I know everybody's probably been making New Year's resolutions, and that's okay. I do believe in New Year's resolutions, all right? Because you got to speak things into existence, believe, have faith, and trust that those things are going to come to pass. Recently, I've just had a really big experience with some of the things that I said I wanted to do back 10, 15, 20 years ago. You know, God is granting at this time those things that I spoke that I wanted to happen within my life. And I had to think about that one day. I hadn't really thought about it. I was like, you know, I said that I wanted to do this or I wanted to do that. And, you know, here it is, you know, maybe years later, but, you know, God granted me those opportunities and I've been able to achieve those things, some of those things that I have spoke into existence. And so I'm thankful. I give all glory and honor to God on that. I just kind of wanted to share that. That was right off top. That just came out of nowhere, really. But anyway, I wanted to, first of all, do a recap on the 2025 year that we've had here in this arena of the My Curvy Life show and talk a little bit about 2026, guys. 2026, what things that are going to be happening that I'm going to be implementing into this arena. So tonight the show is going to be me as your guest. Don't change that down. Don't y'all touch it. Listen. I got some news I want to tell you. So some things I want to discuss. So let's start with the recap of 2025 and let's just go back a little bit with the history of the My Curvy Life show. The My Curvy Life show started 3 years ago in June. June is our anniversary for the My Curvy Life show. And it's been 3 years, almost 4. This June, it will be 4 years that My Curvy Life has been created. And the journey has been absolutely amazing. And it just keeps getting better and better. I'm looking to add new things to this entity. There have been some things that's been added that hasn't been really activated, but we're going to be working on, or should I say, I'm going to be working on getting those things popping again. And that is the virtual dating show, guys. So look forward to that. I'm going to be revamping some things and we're going to be moving forward with that. Okay. Also, the Reverend Rollison from the Greater New Hope Baptist Church, we have collaborated and we are going to be having a series talking about hope for the broken. And we're going to be, actually, I'm going into what we're doing in 2026. That's okay. We'll recap 2025 in just a second. So anyway, we're going to be rolling that off really soon here in the year of the 2026. I'm excited about that. We'll be talking about subjects all the way around the board when it comes to hope for the broken. Okay. So I very much appreciate him for wanting to collaborate in that endeavor. So looking forward to that in 2026. So 2025, guys. again, 3 years enrolling. We're heading into 4 years. There was some amazing things that happened in 2025. We did get to have one hunger feed during that time. But because my life was doing the 360 and big changes were coming, I wasn't able to do some of the things that I normally would have done, like for the seniors and also for another homeless feed or gifts for the holiday that I normally do. So it was, kind of like, disappointing that I wasn't able to do that. But as you guys know, I was making a whole 360 in life. Some great things were happening, retirement, hitting 55, love, relocation. It was like a bunch of things that, happened within that year of 2025. So I had to, adjust, regroup. Now I'm adjusted, I'm settled. So it's like now I can get back to fighting for the things that I want to achieve, and the things that has been given to me to do my purpose, and so on and so forth, as of course unto the Lord. So we're here now, 2026, 2025. I want to thank you guys for support. We were able to build. We are at 900 members strong. My number is 1,000. So I'm yet still working, or we are yet still working to get to that 1,000. But I definitely appreciate all of you who play a part in being a part of this entity. It makes my heart really glad, y'all. Thank you so much. My endeavor to continue to, as we have in years past, inspirations, guys. That's what this entity is all about. It's about inspiring you. It's about lifting. Many years I think back, I'm gonna throw this in. Many years I think back is when I was young, and I used to say, man, I wish I had somebody to talk to. I wish I had somebody that would listen. I wish I had, a group or somebody, a person that I could really talk to and share. And so now that I'm an adult, I am creating that for what I wanted back as a child. And that's this right here, where we could come in, we could talk about things, we could be inspired, we could, drop positive information, and, learn that people are doing something out here. They're trying to make a difference. Community do pull together. Maybe we just, needed a link, which I am that link to connect community, with you all. Okay. Whether it doesn't matter where we are, community is community. I mean that by saying globally. Okay. I'm not just giving one small community, I'm talking about community as a whole. All right. So that is, the focus, and always have been the focus of the My Curvy Life show, is connections, information, learning, experiences, all of those things work in this entity. And I'm going to be doing more life's journeys, more entrepreneurships. There's people that have like talent, gifts, you know what I'm saying, and beautiful products that, need to be, we need to be aware of. So I am working to also bring entrepreneurship a little bit more this 2026, more entrepreneurship, and also more life's journeys. I do feel people right now deal with a lot of mental health issues. They deal with a lot of things that's going on in life, that's change, loss, gain, some people gain, different things, sicknesses and different things like that. And their lives do a 360, and it can work on your mind, your mental health. I have been working on, and I'm going to share this with everybody, on changing my way of thinking. Sometimes I got to talk to myself and talk myself out of negativity, because negativity will try to take over, especially if you don't feel like you're reaching the goal that you want to be at right now, or things may not be happening as fast as you want them to happen. you start, getting that in your head, and you have to get out of that. You have to say, nope, nope, I'm having faith, I'm believing, I'm speaking this, I'm expecting this, and you have to stick to it. All right. And you have to, sometimes you got to talk to yourself. So it's okay. Now, answering yourself is another thing, but talking to yourself, giving self, motivation. Hey, I'm for it 100%. And I've been applying that to my life. And I'm going to suggest that if you can apply self motivation to your life, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. So, hey, just suggestion. So 2026, continue, with the thought process of inspiration in this entity. Um, I would like for everybody, if you would, tell a friend about this entity. I am looking for entrepreneurs. I'm looking for guests on the show. Some people are coming through. I'm very excited about all my guests, of course. I really am, but I'm excited that there's been, some people that I asked a while ago and they're coming through. And so I'm like, thank you. So I'm excited for you guys to be able to hear what they have to say as well. I get influenced and impressed by, others. And if I see something interesting, or, I ask them, hey, I really like what you're doing. Would you like coming on my show, and talking about that? And, I appreciate all of you guests, all of you from the beginning to now to the future. I appreciate you all for coming on the show and making a difference and sharing with us. It's not always easy, because transparency has to be kind of something that you get to a point of. Because I know I used to be very closed and didn't want anybody to know anything that was going on, inside here. But now I'm a lot more transparent because I think people need to hear some things. I'm not saying that air all your dirty laundry, but I'm saying if it's something that you think that is going to help somebody else and you want to share your story, share that story. And in order to be a good influence, or in order to leave a legacy, you have to share your story. If nobody ever knows what you went through, how can you leave a legacy? How can there be change? How can you create change if you're keeping everything? Yeah. Oh, and I know we grew up. I'll admit, I grew up young. My mother saying, "Don't you tell anybody what's happening in this home, and nobody else needs to know." And we carried a lot young. We carry a lot, especially if you came from a family that said that and meant it. You carried a lot, through your childhood up to your adulthood, and maybe even still carrying it today. So that's why inspiration is so important. And I wish I would have, like, we had this when we were young, because I could have been being inspired by a lot of things that people have to say. You know, um, it's amazing. I never really used to really read a lot of the inspirations that would come on the social media, and then it's like all of a sudden I just started, I was going through something, and I read something. I'm like, man, that like hit right with my situation that I'm going through. I'm like, wow. So I started kind of getting, more into inspirations, and started feeling seeing how they can inspire you and can help your mind, help your mental health, changing that way of thinking, because it's really mental health comes, I think a lot of it is our way of thinking. And when you think negative, then other negative thoughts come, and then you got this whole thing built up in your head. You're thinking of all negativity. And same difference with positiveness. If you're thinking positive and you get it in your head and you start looking at things in a positive manner. Okay, so it works both ways. But I would rather it work in the positive manner, because I, did suffer with depression for many years, several, and that was very tough. You turn to all type of different things to accommodate that depression. Eating is one. I would say that. I would say that way of thinking, always negatives, looking at the glass as half full, half empty instead of half full. Just things like that. And I heard somebody use that scenario a long time ago, and I was like, what? But it makes sense, how you look at things. You could look at that glass that's half empty, and that's like on the negative side. Man, it's almost empty. Or you could look at it like on a positive side. You know what? That glass is still half full. Hey, we could do something with that. So, it's just that way of thinking, and I think that that matters, and that has is like very showing itself alive here with that way of thinking right now in life. So, we really just need to work on our way of thinking, y'all. So, that's all I'm saying. So, that is going to be the push for the year, is really getting some inspirations in the show, people telling their life story, sharing their victories and things of that nature, so we can keep it on the up and up. And it's okay to talk about it. Some people don't like to get into all that, but I think it's okay to really talk about things. This is life. We life in. This is like real. This is the real deal. So hey, let's just tell it like it is. And I think as I'm getting older, I feel more transparent. I feel more open to just discussing things. So there might be some of you out there feeling the same way I'm feeling. So on the show. Okay, guess. Um, I am here in a new city, y'all. So it's gonna take me a little bit to get acclimated to what's going on around here. But I do plan on serving. I'll be doing that's what I want to talk about. I'm gonna be doing lots of videoing, and just kind of letting you into this world over here, of me, daily doses, letting you see kind of what's happening and bringing you on this journey with me. I think it's a good journey. It's a personal journey. I'm not saying that I'll be airing everything, but like some of the things that I will experience here in Charlotte, I will share with you guys, because this is a show, and the show is on the road, y'all. Okay, so I take the show on the road. I interview people on the spot. If there's something, information out there or something happening, I want to be able to let you know, hey, this is happening here. So maybe somebody may want to have it happen there, wherever we are, because this show is global. All right. So it's not just focused on one city or state. It is global. But I want, the continued work of community and homeless and elderly, for me to still follow me wherever I may go. So those things will be things that I will continue with the show. Even here where I live currently, I will continue with the show, and meeting new people and just getting acclimated. And I'm gonna take you with me on my acclimation period as well. I think it'll be pretty interesting. You never can leave a legacy if you don't share your life story. And so there will be my personal parts to degrees that I will not share on social media, and that is decisions that has been made. And there will be many parts that I will share here on social media, just knowing who Fonda is, okay, who Fonda is. So, and then also meeting people on a humbug, interviewing on the spot, and just being a well-rounded, people person to inspire. And that is my duty. That is my call, when it comes to my social media. That is what I have been destined to do. So I'm going to be bringing it to you, is what I'm saying. All right. And it may appease some and it may not appease others. And that is okay. Everybody has the right to what they enjoy, what they want to watch, in their opinion. But that's your opinion. So, but everybody has a right to that. So those that are followers, thank you. Continue to follow, because it's about to get greater and better right now. Okay, not later, but right now. So I'm working really hard on that. Since I am now retired, I can put all my energy into building, and that is what I'm going to be doing. I'm just gonna put this out here, and it just hit me to just say this. So there's a lot of things that I want to do to upgrade this show, to upgrade with the homeless feeds, because I'm going to still do homeless feeds here, y'all. I'm going to connect with other people for now to kind of see how the entity works. But I do plan on, starting back, feeding the homeless. I've already got my first, and that's funny that I always already got my first menu ready. And I want to do like 50, feed 50, because I got to start at a certain number. I would like to feed more, but we'll start at 50, and I want to do sack lunches. Like back in the day when we would have the sandwich, the chip, the cookie, and the drink. That's what I want to do. So that is going to be something I'm going to be working on. But first, I just got to get a little bit more acclimated. Even though, I don't want to have a big lack in my time span of doing what I like to do, because I'm used to doing it. So I just want to kind of keep rolling. But I got to use wisdom too. So I'm going to get acclimated. I'm going to be volunteering with the church here in Charlotte, which is called Elevation. um they have outreach, and they do different things within the city of serving the homeless and helping and youth and all types of things like that. So I'm going to join that entity, as well as I'm going to be a greeter at the church. You don't have to actually join the church in order to work in these capacities, but you do have to do a background check. So thank God my background check came back great. So I am authorized now. So and then I'm going to work to get on the praise team. Maybe, I'm gonna see what that looks like. But I just want to continue to do the things that I've been doing, throughout out my life. I feel like if it's been working for you, why change it? It's been working for me. I'm a well-rounded person. You see different flows for me. And I know some people might get a little confused or what have you, like, well, is she this or is she that? And that's okay. But I'll tell you one thing, y'all. I want to continue to do the things that I have been doing throughout life that has worked for me. I don't want to change any of that. And I'm already planning, what would be a good time to come back and visit home, because I'm going to do that every year, if not twice. But, I don't want to lose connection. I've had a lifetime building connections there in Omaha, Nebraska, and I don't want to just come here and say, you know, but I am going to be, rolling here as well to get to know my new home. Yeah, I'm going to say it, my new home. Yeah. So I just wanted to come on, guys. I wanted to share a little bit about you, what was coming in 2026. Asking you to please, if you would like to be a guest on the show, if you know somebody that may be a great guest on the show, let me know, and we can definitely get it worked out. There's going to be some exciting people coming on the show, as always. I'm excited. I'm still pushing, interviewing, and doing all the things, y'all, that I've been doing. So nothing changes. All right. The only thing changed was my location. So, speaking of which, I am loving it here in Charlotte. The weather is absolutely amazing. And I like it here. The flow and the feel is absolutely amazing. I'm glad I made this choice. God made this choice for me. I had planning on relocating in, but if this Charlotte wasn't even one of the, at all. But it's great, y'all. And thank you for all your prayers. Thank you for your send away. It was amazing. So many people uh was able to connect with me, and I'm so glad I had that, because I'm holding on to all of that, because it's different. It's different going to a strange land to a certain degree and not really knowing anybody. I'm still trying. I'm like, I don't even have any friends yet. But I know I'm a people person, and once I start getting out there and networking, that all of that's going to change. And whatever God has and whatever He says, all right. I got plenty to keep me occupied. Trust me. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night for the show. Thank you guys for listening to me. I know I kind of went all over the place, but I just wanted to have this show be to, first of all, thank you guys for the 2025 last year. And we're moving into 2026. Fourth year coming up, guys. Big things, greater blessings, greater inspirations. Please, if you would, drop some inspirations. My co-hosts do a wonderful job with putting inspirations. They be so beautiful. I'm like, oh my gosh, where'd they get that? But um, let's inspire each other, guys. Thank you. I'm going to call out a couple of ladies because they do consistent um, um, inspirations. I want to thank Dr. Charmaine Marie. I want to thank, I think her name is Brenda Freeman. Thank you. And my cousin, Miss Lanisa Church. Thank you. Lasanya Jones. Thank you. I hope I'm not missing anybody, but those are the people that I see like often or daily that drop inspirations. And thank you guys because, yeah, we need that. So thank you. Please continue to do that good work and let's join in more. I'm trying to do better. Let me give myself some props on that. I'm trying to do better with dropping inspirations as well. So let's keep inspiring each other. Let's make this 2026 a blast, guys. I'm going to be rolling real good here soon as I get acclimated and the weather kind of changes a little bit. It's more summer. It's a lot of, I think, different events that they have here. This is like a really big city, so compared to Omaha. So I'm just looking for just to get out there and just see what it is. And I'm going to be sharing it with all of you, okay? So come on with me, y'all. Thank you very much. I love you all. Thank you again for being a part of this entity until we meet again. Peace, y'all.